Mario Kart.
Being Mario's second leap and first side series in 3D, Mario Kart 64 had a development cycle that involved testing numerous concepts and paving the franchise's path to the Nintendo 64. Through various early reports, data mining the release game, and the infamous Giga Leak, we have a good picture of many of the cut concepts of the game. So today on Cut Content, we look at the beta unused content of Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64 originally began as Super Mario Kart R, as seen in this old screenshot right here. The R stood for rendered, referring to the game's rendition in 3D. At this point, the series still had the Super prefix to it too, before it was dropped and became simply known as the Mario Kart series. But while in development during the stage, a character was planned but then cut. This character was Kamek. An odd pick since Kamek at this point only appeared in Yoshi's Island and was replacing Donkey Kong Jr., which represented a major Nintendo series at this point. But as seen here, he was fully playable, but eventually was replaced by the Donkey Kong that we know today. Hilariously, Kamek was again planned for Mario Kart 8, evident by a character symbol that was in the game but cut. But alas, this isn't a Mario Kart 8 episode, and rather a Mario Kart 64 episode, so moving on! Now being the first Mario Kart game in polygonal 3D, a lot of experimentation was done, including vertical split screen. This is odd as the original Super Mario Kart had horizontal split screen that is common in most games, but they decided to experiment going the other way too. It isn't only in the pre-release material, but also even in the data of the released game. It's unfinished as the track counter still appears in battle mode when using it, and for some reason, the spoke shaped like an E and a V that appear when drifting doesn't appear when in vertical split screen. Maybe since the dimensions of the game were now in full 3D, it was done so you could maybe see more of what's above and below you. But at last, they went against it, as maybe the racers were the obstacles to your left and right that you should be worrying more about. Now we are entering the Giga Leak territory here, with a number of cut items shown here. While this chart shows many familiar ones, a lot are new as well, including a Yoshi egg, a set of marbles, a feather, and a 10-ton weight. Two of these are absolutely new. The 10-ton weight would likely squish players like the way a Womp does. The marbles would likely function like the bananas and make players slip. The other two items are returning items from Super Mario Kart. The Yoshi egg likely was to be used exclusively by Yoshi, where it would function like a Koopa shell and knock players out. The feather would be used more to make high jumps and glide. All these were likely removed for either being too similar to other items, useless to existing gameplay, and in case of the 10-ton weight, might have made for too many obstruction items. As a bonus, the lighting item isn't possible to attain in battle mode, but if hacked in, it functions perfectly well and makes everyone lose a balloon. Likely was removed for being too broken. Now the largest find within the Giga Leak for this game was an entire cut track. That level is a town setting and a rather large one at that. It is a very straightforward track too, with no jumps or obstacles other than just tight corners, and in fact looks almost like a stage that would appear in Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo for how simple it is. While it is a neat level and it wouldn't be until later Mario Karts we receive another town map like this, I theorize this might have been more an early track they built to test the game before making more complex ones and scrapping this one altogether. Now within the game's data, next to mirror mode, exists an additional mode. This mode is known as Stage Scaler. Stage Scaler is a concept that lets you make the stage taller or shorter to play on. Some changes can be smaller, such as making the stage a little taller. Others can make it stupidly tall to the point where it becomes impossible to beat a level, as you can easily get stuck in a corner of the track. Then going the other way and making it shorter might remove the walls, and going out of bounds becomes a real pain. And some don't even run properly when done. Clearly, while this was a concept that was being tested, it was very tough to get working properly, especially with all these stages in the game, so it was scrapped altogether, even if it was a really cool idea. Aside from these, there were a few graphics that were altered too. Item boxes were completely black in the beta, which the textures are still found in the data. Everyone's portrait in the character select screen looked rather different, except Donkey Kong, cause Donkey Kong was not in the game. A warning bomb icon was also in the data of the game, which would indicate if a bomb was approaching the player. That Mario billboard with his legs not there actually has his legs fully there in the art if one digs into the data of the game. While it is a simple game, its beta stage definitely wasn't, with how much has changed. A lot didn't stay that way, however, as some things found their way into the series again, such as the return of the feather and the near return of Kamek in Mario Kart 8. While Mario Kart 64 was another Mario game we tackled, with interesting and deep beta elements at that, many other adventures await Mario, many of which I plan to cover, so hit the subscribe button, for I'll be back to cover more Mario and other games cut content soon. Hit the notification bell too, to be alerted ASAP, and like and leave a comment too, on if you would have preferred Kamek instead of Donkey Kong as a racer. So everyone, thank you for watching!